President Lincoln followed Everett with his brief Gettysburg Address. Lincoln's 272 words gave meaning to the terrible sacrifices wrought by the Battle of Gettysburg and the Civil War. He asked the country to rededicate itself to a new birth of freedom. Today, more so than ever, the legacy of the Gettysburg Address reminds us all that human freedom and equality is a struggle that did not end with the Civil War, or even 100 years later with the Civil Rights Movement. It is a struggle that still challenges us today.
A nation that would be inherited by the living and by the generations yet to be born. His words were simple. His faith was deep. His genius was so profound, it could be dispensed in those 272 words and yet shape decades, nay, centuries of thought and debate about what it means to be in the United States of America.
Secretary came as a great beacon of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. I think Lincoln would have been surprised by the reverence accorded to him in future generations. But he did have a profound sense of history and of the place of his generation would have in history.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Here, so that new generations will better understand the causes and consequences of the American Civil War.
That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.